What's up guys? Alex here with another Chat GPT video. So in this particular video, I'm going to be showing you how you can use the OpenAI API playground just like Chat GPT, but you can craft your outputs a little bit better, get better output, kind of get the things you want. So real quick, just in this video, I want to go over the different options we have and give you a little demo real quick of how this works just like Chat GPT. To get here, you go to this openai.com, beta.openai.com, and then navigate over here to Playground. Over here on the right hand side we have our different settings. So right now we're going to be working in complete mode mostly, but ChatGPT, you probably didn't know, can also insert text in between two prompts. So it could be like, you know, an introduction, a conclusion, you want him to fill in the blank, or even just in the middle of a sentence like it shows here. Then we also have edit mode, which is where we can throw some input into this box, some instructions here, and it's going to apply those instructions to this input. But I like working here in complete mode, and in complete mode you can write like a paragraph and it'll continue writing for you, or like an outline or a list, you'll continue writing that outline or list. Or you could write like some input here, you know, some categories, and then tell it to manipulate that in some way. And then we can also pick our model here. So when you're pinging ChatGPT, he's breaking your prompt down into like bite-sized pieces. He's pinging these different models. Like if you ping him for code, he's going to ping DaVinci 2. He's going to get some output. He's going to craft it for you using the DaVinci 3. He's going to output that. With this, you can tell it which model you want to ping, and then, you know, if you were going to build your own application, for example, each of these models costs different to ping. So you might want to ping this guy first to get your, you know, your keywords and your, you know, outline made. And then once that's made, you might send that to DaVinci for writing. But in this case, we're just going to keep working in DaVinci since we're not paying for the tokens at this point. And then here, temperature is the creativeness. Think of it as like the creativeness of the program. So the closer to 1 this is, the more creative he's going to be. The closer to 0, the more deterministic he's going to be. So if you're doing like keyword insertion and stuff like that, you're going to want him to put the same word and not change words. But for the most part, we're going to want him to be up about 0.8. We want to be 0.8. Just because then he'll be pretty creative with all the things we're going to do. And you'll see that'll be kind of the best writing. A maximum length, you'll notice on ChatGPT, a lot of times he just cuts off or stops writing. That's because they have the maximum length set to a certain amount. This is in tokens, and a token roughly is 4 characters of a normal English word. So you can think of this as like 4,000 small words. So this is probably 2,500 words, and like if you're going to do like a whole section or something, which is still a lot of words, but we can set this to whatever we want. And a lot of times we'll just be working with like 1,000-word length things, making lists and stuff, though it won't nearly take that many. Here we got the frequency penalty, so this we want to set to about 0.3. I found it works best. This is closer to 1 this is, the less likely he is to repeat a word he said before. So he'll start using synonyms for topics he's on. The problem with this is closer to 1, he starts using synonyms for everything and the writing just gets crazy. So we want him to use synonyms, but we also want him to refer back, just as we do in regular language, to words we've used before. Same thing with the presence penalty, but this is for topic. So we want to set this around 0.3 as well, but depending on your application, you might want to adjust this. So basically, the closer to 1 this is, the more likely he is to change topics. The closer to 0 he is, the more likely he is to stay on topic. Here, we want him to make other points whenever we craft something, but we also want him to stay kind of on the top. We don't want him just to drift and sort of start rambling. And this here, you can do multiple outputs, but we'll just leave this at 1. And then we can do just sort of a little demo here. Like, let's just make an argument. Like, let's just say Batman is not a superhero. We can tell him, like, write an outline supporting the topic above. And if you want to get real fancy, we can start labeling this with topic and stuff, but he'll understand here, and you can't control enter to fire that off. Goes ahead and make the pretty good little outline here. It's solid, so if we were crafting this, we would look closely at this outline, but you can see it all looks pretty good. Sometimes he says false stuff, so you have to kind of edit him, put your own stuff in there. You can have him rewrite stuff, whatever you want, but definitely see that's pretty good. So now we're just gonna go ahead and have him write a blog based on the outline above, and he's going to read the outline above. He's going to go ahead and output us a blog. We can set this a little bit longer to say, let's like 2,000 tokens so he has room to write. Now he's just going to town. So, from the campy Adam West version of the dark and edgy Nolan trilogy, Batman has been a cultural phenomenon. That's a pretty good intro. But despite his immense popularity, Batman is not a superhero. At his core, a superhero is someone with extraordinary powers, surpasses normal human strength. Despite not being a superhero, Batman remains iconic figure in pop culture. His influence in film, culture, and comic books is undeniable. And to summarize, he always has some sort of transition words here. A lot of times when I'm writing stuff, I like to take these out. Batman is not a superhero. He has no superhuman ability. That's all pretty good. So you can see we generated that pretty quick. You do any topic here, and that's how quick you could have sort of a paper or a section on your topic. You can also say like you are, say, Donald Trump. You are stuck in Mar-a-Lago in a chat room talking to fans. Respond to fans as if you were the former president. And then you could say, hello. So this would be like user, oh, nope, see, what we did there is we left it hanging. So he wants periods. Nope. This just takes a little bit of crafting. So, oh, see, he's writing as if he's not answering. So he's sort of responding, but you can see how we can start crafting. He sort of finished my line. I don't want him to do that. I just want him to respond. There's some other things we can put in here to get him to do that. But this is just the start of sort of what he can do. Be like, that's fantastic. Do you think you will win in 2024? That's a long way off. I'm focused on the present. However, I'm never one to shy away from a challenge. I'm sure he's going to go. But anyway, so that's just what you can do. You can, sort of start crafting in here. I'm going to do some more videos on different ways we can prompt, some different things you can output, some different ways you can sort of optimize these inputs that we're putting into Chat GPT, and then also building some programs. I have a blog output program and some Google Drive management stuff that I've done. But you can really do anything you want. The sky's the limit. All right, we'll see you in the next video.